So most divers who attend this conference, we're going to go home to a dive club, a dive center, a buddy team that hasn't been in the room. So they're not going to gather the knowledge from all the speakers that are there. What's the one thing you hope they take back with you, or with them, sorry, and they do differently on their next dive? What's the takeaway? Because this is all about transference.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot to be done with attentional capacity training, and this is really kind of at the edge of current research and my research
Hmm.
itself. So we live in an attention economy.
Yeah.
We are constantly having our right, exactly, scrolling YouTube, the news. It's all
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
competing for our attention, and it's all been programmed to capture your attention. And what we're really seeing is that there is a decrease in attentional capacity across the board. And so when you go through your daily life, attention really does control how well you're able to respond to and process information. And so when you're in a position where you have to make a judgment call and it's high pressure, you want to have your capacity
As
as
high as it
high
can be.
as it can really be. And so we really need to be making adjustments in our daily life to manage that attentional
Hmm.
capacity and train better attention, and then just having some forethought on when you go into a dive, what your priorities are, where your boundaries are, because priming your system, priming yourself to make those decisions, combined with having good attentional control, can really keep you on the straight and narrow of not making a really consequential or even,
Yeah, yeah.
life-threatening mistake.
So this is really cool. So it's the way you've just described that here is, you're talking about cutting edge research where you're using eye tracking software and hardware to see where divers are looking and how they're building up, how they're making sense of the world, to help understand their decision making in your experimental environment. But going right back to, the basic divers who are recreational sports divers, technical divers, a pre-dive brief. What are we going to do? What are the hazards? What are the threats? What do we know is going to change? And where's that tipping point that says if we reach this threshold, we now end the dive, and we draw a line in the sand. So, you're talking the really cutting edge stuff and bringing it down to how effective is your dive brief? And are we able to understand the stressors that the team members have got? What are they bringing in terms of emotional, cognitive, physiological baggage to the game? And how do we get them pointing in the right direction? So really looking forward to it.